What's up, traders? This is Tim from Volatility Trading. I'm going to be giving you the top 10 trades from this past week right from the ISW scanners. Let's get to it. All right, so starting us off at number 10, we're going to do CAPR. So as you can see right here at the bell, we had a huge move up, great opportunity to get short, big intense move right off the scanner, and then she gave us a real nice intense move right back down. If you were short, you could cover down here into the wash, and then this was a great opportunity to see some previous resistance being used as support right in here. And she decided to go back up, so you could have got long anywhere in here off this intense move down right off the scanner, and you could have sold into any one of these awesome pops. And throughout the day you had two nice intense moves up, even a third one over here, a nice big descending triangle from this move. As you can see, previous resistance being used as support. Let's draw a little trend line down from the top over here. You can see a nice descending triangle kind of forming, and sure enough, at the end of the day, she took a nice big wash. All right, coming in at number 9, we have APRN on July 16th. As you can see, we had a pretty decent intense move coming up, and then we came back down, kind of grinded back up, but then we had this nice intense move back down through VWAP. Great spot to get long, and as you can see, look at this big move up. This was all the way down near $9. She ended up, before even making a real pullback, I would say, to consolidate up here in the 11s, the mid 11s. She got all the way up to $13.50. Just a huge move, tons of opportunity here. What more can you ask for? All right, so number 8, IMRN, also from July 16th. As you can see, she was a little wacky here at the bell, but then she made a real nice move down, giving us plenty of time here. This is a 2-minute chart to get long. And as you can see, she started making higher lows, and then boom, right all the way up to about 670. This was around 570, 560. So plenty of opportunity here on IMRN. All right, so number 7, back to CAPR, but we're over on July 17th, 2 days later, and this thing decided she wanted to try to make another run. Right at the bell, she decided to drop down, nice intense move down. If you wanted to get long here, look at this beautiful move up, a huge intense move up. Very easily could have sold into this as well as even gotten short up here towards the top, obviously. And then she tried to pull back, comes back up, gives you a little bit of a double top, and then sure enough, look at this huge intense move down again. Another opportunity to get long, starts to come back up, makes a higher low as she comes back down, and then she keeps making higher lows, and then sure enough, she squeezes, goes through that high of day, and gives you a lot extra. So you could have gotten anywhere down here, even if you got in over here, seeing that she was making a higher low around 650, and she went all the way up to 730. So plenty of opportunity here on CAPR. So number 6, APRN. This was a multi-day mover. It was on 7/16, also on July 17th. As you can see, just at the bell, this thing was going crazy, just like it did the day before. Big intense move up, easy to get in here. Nice little 1050 pop, went all the way up to around 1070, then had a huge move down. Really, no matter the side you were playing this thing, she was making intense moves both ways, giving you opportunities to get in on both sides. Right off of this intense move down, intense move up, and then a big move down, and then sure enough, she started making higher lows, and she gave you a huge move through high of day. Very easily could have looked to got short again up here, and then she kind of forms into a nice descending triangle here. If we want to go ahead and draw that out real quick, we can kind of show it to you. So not all triangles are perfect. Obviously she came through, came back up and all that good stuff, but if you get the general idea, you can see the triangle in there, and she started squeezing tighter and tighter. She kept having a little bit, some false breaks each way, but ultimately she squeezed tight and she chose the direction down here, gave you a nice little wash. So plenty of opportunity here. She decided that the volume was done for the day on this runner, and so she kind of died off the rest of the day. So if you had some left for a fade, you got your fade. All right, number 5, NLS, also on July 17th. This thing was kind of a grinder at the beginning of the day on not much volume, and then she started to get volume right here around 10:30, and that's when she started making a nice intense move. And if you decided to wait for it to really kind of confirm itself, even if you got in around here, she kind of gave you a clear sign that she wasn't coming back down. Could have got hopefully your risk management was in play there, and you were looking to get out as she broke highs, because then she made a nice intense move up towards that 240 area, and then a real nice intense move back down to the 220 area. She gave you the pop up, a little bouncy ball effect, as you can see, and she could have got in there just with the confirmation when she was coming back down. She gives you another little pop here, and just all kinds of confirmation here that she was ready to kind of come back down towards VWAP and see what she wanted to do. And she kind of, it was one of them ones where she didn't really decide what she wanted to do. Kind of looked like she was going to fade the rest of the day and then came back up. But all we're looking for is some nice intense moves right off the scanner with volume, and to give us these nice clean moves that we're looking for. All right, number 4, ANIX, also on July 17th. This one should look pretty obvious. Huge intense move up here on volume. Decided to get all the way up there towards the 540 area. Huge move down, all the way down to about the 470 area, and then she decided to start making them higher lows. So you could have played this short off the intense move up, you could have played it long off this intense move down. She pops back up right to VWAP at $5. If you didn't get out there, she still makes higher lows the whole way, and then she decided to pop up again. And then again, if you wanted to hold through all this, that's up to you. She did end up getting up there towards 530. But if you're looking kind of for the dollars per hour, you're probably getting out when you realize that she's kind of failing VWAP here and the whole dollar. So you could have played both sides of this great opportunity, and that was ANIX. All right, number 3, TEDU. These I hope are starting to get to look a little bit more obvious what we're looking for. We're looking for them big intense moves with volume, and as you can see right here around, looks like 1120, we get a real nice intense move up. Gets up there towards that $1.80 area and has a big move back down towards that 150 area. Big wash here as well, so could have again played both sides of this. Could have got short to look for the move back down. You could have got long on this huge wash looking for the move back up towards high of day, which she gives you. Gives you a little bit of a double top on the intense move up, and then sure enough she kind of fades back down here towards VWAP. So I mean, this is exactly what we're looking for right off the scanners, these intense moves up and down, and whichever side you want to play, feel free. Number 2, OTLK. This thing was a beast at the bell July 18th. Starting down here towards the 210 area, as you can see, she went all the way up here to around the 272-ish area before, finally kind of coming back down, and then she tried to keep going. She kind of had a little bit of a pullback, and then she decided to try to go high day, and she just got stuffed. But intense move up, guys, a little bit of a wash, another intense move up. So this was definitely something that would have favored the short play, but then you get the huge move down, and all this is on lots of volume. This was definitely a crowded stock on the 18th. As you can see, she consolidates, starts making these higher lows, and sure enough, she decides to start curling up, and she breaks out. So anywhere in here, you could have looked for that big intense move to get in. You could have been playing this the whole time. I mean, look at these intense moves within here. And you're talking 20, 25 cents on each of these. So big wash, kind of grinds back up, big wash, kind of grinds back up, big wash. And so, I mean, these are all just perfect, guys. And then the big intense move back up over here. Could have played for this big wash down to here. Could have played the big wash / pullback, looking for the higher low again. Looking for this thing to go high a day, which she did, kind of the fake out breakout, and then a huge wash back down here. Could have easily got in somewhere around this VWAP area looking for a bounce off of there. She went through and got bought right back up. Gives you, a few cents here, but once you realize that that was a kind of a fail, she's come back down towards VWAP. That's where the risk management hopefully is in play, because as you can see throughout the rest of the day, she kind of just decided to trade under VWAP. So tons of opportunity here in OTLK, all on volume. Just a great stock to watch and participate in. Okay, and the last one we got on our list at number 1 is CEI on July 19th. this thing was just right out of the gates. Well, not right out of the gates at 9:30, but as you can see, once she started getting volume, this thing just took off. Look at this intense move up, got all the way up to around 280. One very nice intense move, and then she got shot right down on a huge intense move right through VWAP. Again, looking to go long here, comes back up. Looking for that bouncy ball effect, right? We always look for that bouncy ball. So when we realize that the bouncy ball is failing on this intense move back up, that's hopefully when you're cutting it if you didn't already take your profits from getting in on the confirmation coming back down. So just a tons of stocks this week that gave you tons of great opportunities on both sides. You can get short here looking for this big wash. You could buy these, buy the big wash. Looking to go higher, and then when you realize that she's kind of not doing the whole bouncy ball fade effect, she kind of goes to break higher. The odds are she's definitely going high a day if she's breaking this level here. Sure enough, she does. She actually does go high a day, so you can look to get short here because this was an intense move. Sure enough, she washes all the way back down. And then if you wanted to look to buy that dip, she actually tries to use that previous resistance right here as support, and sure enough, she goes high a day again. On a nice intense move, and then look what we get. We get a nice intense move back down, and sure enough, longs take a little bit longer, as you can see. Didn't quite, kind of a little bit of a fake out here, but longs take longer sometimes, and so that was a little bit of fake out, but then she starts making higher lows, and sure enough, she goes back up for you before finally fading off for the rest of the day. She goes into that lunchtime and starts losing her volume. So just tons of opportunity, long and short, on a ton of stocks this week. All right, traders, so that was our top 10 right off the ISW scanners all week long. Again, I'm Tim from Volatility Trading. Feel free to go check out my channel where I actually trade some of these live, and I'll see you next week. Peace.